This program is brought to you by Emory University.
We've created this incredible society and all these technologies that exist in our world, and these people in Avatar take full advantage of that. They're in a new environment, and their idea is that they're going to go ahead and use their technology to try to mine some kind of a substance out of the planet and take that back home. So it's really an application of all the things that society's been working on in terms of technology in the future. And you can see how much benefit people have derived from that in terms of all the things that they can do. It's true, in our society there's a lot that you can look at where technology has been very important, including medicines and computers and all the other things that we have in our world. That is one part of the movie, and the other part of the movie is the perspective that the natives have of their planet and how they see themselves and how they understand their relationships with each other. In their perspective, they're connected to each other, and they're connected to something much greater than themselves. They call it the All-Mother Eywa in the movie. And that is a very, very fundamental part of who they are. And if you stop and think about it, the perspective that the natives have and the perspective that the miners have is very, very different, because the technological perspective is that you can take something apart and put new parts into it, just like any machine, right? You can take out a card out of a computer and stick another card in, or if you're working on an engine, you can take out the pieces and put in a new piece. It's a very mechanistic perspective, and it's pretty much a dominant understanding of reality that we have in the Western world. It's not a big deal if somebody comes to you and says, by the way, we want you to move away from this area, we're going to just move you over here, and then we're going to mine all this substance out of the earth, and then you can move back if you want to. We can put dirt back or whatever you want. It's not that big of a deal. We'll just take a piece out, and it shouldn't make that big of a difference. But in the movie, the natives think of that as being something completely wrong. They see it as basically taking apart their mother. And if you stop and think about it, it's something that is a system, a whole, that works together. You can't go in and just take pieces out and replace them like a machine. It's something that's integrated, it's complete, and if you start taking pieces out, then the whole begins to malfunction, it begins to fall apart. So that's a very different perspective, and in the movie they kind of attempt to put those two understandings together. And I think part of the reason that the movie's become so popular is that this kind of connection or clash between these two worldviews is something that is playing itself out in our world. I mean, you can see it all around us. We've got a mechanistic understanding of reality. We're very dependent on technology. We've used it for our own benefit in terms of extracting things from the earth. But then we've got the other side. There are problems that are coming up, like, for example, global warming, that show that we can't keep tinkering with things and expect things just to work. Eventually it has an effect, and it is having an effect in our world. Global warming is a great example of that. But there are a lot of other examples, like, for example, the decrease in biodiversity, the number of species that exist on the planet, it's dropping dramatically. There are a lot of examples of how things are not working as they should because of our attempts to basically use our technology to extract what we need from the earth.
The preceding program is copyrighted by Emory University.